It is time to expand minds through movies, TV, sports, and flicks. It is time to boldly go where no podcast has gone before. It is time for the Captain Talks Flicks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.
Welcome to the Captain Talk Flicks podcast. I'm your host, the Captain Cortez, aka Mr. Love, and this is where we talk flicks. And ladies and gentlemen, this week I'm going to talk about going to the movies versus watching shows, movies at home. I'm gonna get into that first couple things. I want to give a big shout out to Japan. Got some plays over Japan this past week. Gracias, gratitude, Toraba, and Japan. When I was a young man in college, I almost went and studied abroad in Japan. I was very close. I wanted very badly. I just couldn't find the means or the way to go about doing it because I wasn't as wise back then, but I was very close. I was so, and still am, infatuated in love with the land of Japan. Very cool place, seems like. So thanks for listening. Gracias, gratitude. Additionally, this episode is brought to you by the song called I Love This Ish by me, the Captain Cortez. It's me rapping in my unique style over synthy hip-hop style beats. I guarantee never heard anything like it in your life. So we hear the song called I Love This Ish. I'll put them below. Check it out. Now, let's go to the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been on planet Earth for 49 years. Next year will be my 50th, but for 49 years, I've been here on Earth, living the life. I've seen the black and white TV, I've seen the color TV, I've seen the remotes, no remotes, 3 channels, 20 channels, 30 channels, 100 channels, infinite amount of channels, DVD, Blu-ray, VHS, multiple ways of watching things, HD, DVDs, and all these kind of things, the 4K, right? Movie theaters, drive-ins, right? Various ways of watching films over the years. All types of surround sound, 3D movies with the blue and red, 3D movies, the modern thing we get now, like you see in Avatar. I've seen virtually every way of watching movies over and over again. Now, what I want to get into this week is that now I love chilling and watching films at home and TV shows at home, right? I love that. But there's just something about watching something at the theater that you really can't replicate at home unless you're rich, you got a mansion, you got a theater child. But a lot of us do not have that. I don't have that. You think I'm rich? I am not. At least I can't afford a theater in my own house. It's not yet. Maybe someday, but not today. So you just can't replicate this environment at your home. Usually if you're one of us, with people that don't have a lot of means or minimal means or just not a whole lot of means to achieve that, movie theater feel. So going to the theater is just an experience that cannot be replicated unless you're super rich. And so that being said, I feel in the last few years, especially during COVID, it was kind of marketed and promoted to stay home and watch stuff at home. It's understandable. There was a lot going on during COVID that you kind of had to. But in that moment of time, we almost lost the theaters, it felt like. It almost felt like the theaters were almost going to go away. Now, fortunately, they have not. And there's been some big movies in the theater and they're pulling people to go back. But it seems like we're teetering on a zone where maybe the movie theater was going out of style. Kind of like the drive-in theater. Now, because of that, this year, me and my lady have been going to movies regularly. We're making a point to at least go at least once a month to see movies in the theater because I think personally, as a person that's experienced theater at home, that while the home is cool, it's important that we keep theaters in business because this is the very unique experience that once it's gone, we might not get it back. You go to the theater, it's a big dark room. The sound is phenomenal. It's this kind of sound you can't replicate your house. It's very hard to replicate your house. The visuals, the picture is phenomenally big and colorful and pops, right? And if you go on IMAX, it's even bigger. It's just an experience you just cannot replicate. It's just a solid experience of moviegoing, right? And it's just everything of the environment, the food, the popcorn, the pop, the seats, like the beds, the recliners. So the one I go to pretty regularly is like a Celebration Cinema. They got a few in the area. And the seats there are way better than what I got in my house. They got a phenomenally great recliner at these places where you just recline back and it's heated and you got a little table to eat. It's just a phenomenal, great experience. And we've been going, me and my lady, to the movies all year. Just been seeing great movies at the theater. And a great experience, a great time. We saw Black Bag this year. We saw The Boulder Rock. We saw Mission Impossible, Jurassic Park. So many big releases came out and just the environment was cool. And additionally too, we've been getting food also, so get like some pizza, whatever. Now I will say this. I do know that it's a little pricey to go theater. And I have some friends that have families, kids and, husbands and wives. And to go to the theater, it is pricey. Let's be real. It is. And for me, a single man and going on a date with my girl, or we're going out, it's a little cheaper. When you get a family, a lot of kids, I do know it does get a little costly. And I understand that. And that's one of the, one of the negatives, if there is any about the movie series, is very, costly. But in my area, they do have something like, like Tuesdays where it's discounted, where you can save money to go to the theater. So, so there are ways to go ahead and navigate it where you can make it more affordable. And I think going forward too, if they try to keep these places in business, they will probably offer more, options or discounts for families. One additional thing too, the lifestyle of a solitary dude for so many years, it's just a lot easier to do a lot of these, quotation mark, fancy things. I get on this podcast, I talk about them a lot, but I haven't forgot about you guys that have families. I know people really well that have these things. And I know the difficulties it can be to, go to somebody like this, the movies sometimes, or dinners, or whatever we talk about. The go-kart places, arcades, right? It's when you have kids, it does get more expensive. Totally understand it. But that being said, I still think that, as grown people with kids, I don't have any, but just kind of got to find a way to maybe a couple times a year, just go to the theater and experience that movie magic. Show your children, your kids, what you experience. I'm sure a lot of you guys are my age, experienced the theater, probably multiple times, maybe a few times, or whatever. The theater, it. Don't let that disappear, and share it with your children of the experience of the theater and how magical it can be. Now, I will say this, a lot of people do say the quality of movies coming out ain't like it used to be. Yeah, there's definitely some elements where there are some movies that aren't quite as good, quotation marks, as they used to be. Yeah, I can say that. But there has been some gems, and the blockbusters are really good at the theater. You like blockbusters and explosions and running and all that kind of thing. There's a lot of good ones to see in the theater. You just can't see these at home in the same way. They're very powerful. Now, if you know Tom Cruise, and say what you want about his religious views or whatever, but he does make magnificent movies that are really good in the theater. Guarantee you see his movie theater, you will definitely be entertained, right? I mean, he does craft them for the movie theater experience. And he is a champion of movies. He goes see his movies all the time. And I've been doing this podcast about movies for like 11 years. Some of them years I didn't really go to the theater, and I feel bad about that, right? But I'm trying to get back out there and just experience it more. Because I was so at home, streaming, chilling, comfortable. But now I got to get out. And so, me and my lady just do it regularly, right? So I just want to say this, the home experience is wonderful. You can cook your own food, make your popcorn, have your cake, all these things. See in your pajamas, wash your bed. Right? I get that. I've lived that. I do that occasionally. But every now and then, kind of got to get out and go to the theater and just experience. I just really feel it's kind of necessary. Because it could be a moment in time where they don't have them. And I hope that never comes. But in this podcast, I just kind of want to remind you guys, to tell you guys that there is some magic that takes place in spaces. It's a very magical experience that just, can't be replicated at home easily. Just get out there and just, support these movies. I'm sure that everything that came out this year, there was probably a few things that you liked. There's a lot of theaters, there's something for everybody all year. And one additional side note, you guys know I love spy movies. There was a lot of spy movies at the theater this year, but more than regular. Usually there's like none. There was like, I think 3 or 4 just this year, which usually never happens. So this year has been really good for me because, I love spy stuff. And there's a lot to choose from. Somebody never get to go see. So ladies and gentlemen, I just want to get on here and promote the theaters and how magical they are. And one additional thing too, when I travel outside my city, you best believe any city, if they got a theater, I'm going to watch a movie there. I'm going out of town, I'm going to watch a movie in the town I'm in if I can. I'm going to catch a flick in the town to experience their wonderful, movie theater. This is going to be the plan because I plan on traveling this summer or this winter, going places and doing things. But when I'm there, I'm going to visit a theater if they have it and see what their theaters are like. See the magic in that city, magic in that community, right? So ladies and gentlemen, go to the movies, get your big popcorn, get some pop, chill, relax, take your favorite lady, favorite man, your family, your people, your coworkers, your side pieces, your frenemies, take whoever, take your AI girlfriend, take somebody, go do a little something, and watch some magical movies on the screen. And then one of these days, you might just see me on the big screen doing something. Probably not gonna happen. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys listening. Now, one additional thing, some just housekeeping things. We're coming up on the end of the year. Right, and I've kind of been staggering these podcasts differently. Been 2 a week, 1 a week. They've not been promoted on a regular day. I've had a lot of things happening behind the scenes that are very demanding of me, and some chaotic, some bad, some good. It's just a variety of things. moving to a different season, shifting in my life, and there's a lot of growth been happening, a lot of things been happening, that's been going on in my personal life, So that's kind of affected the podcast slightly. But ladies and gentlemen, I promise you this, I ain't going nowhere. I will keep showing up over and over. It's 11th year. We're at 800. I'm not stopping. And I promise to bring my unique perspective, like I've been doing for years, where I just kind of give my opinion, which can be a little crazy sometimes, about these movies, TV, sports, and flicks. And we learn some lessons along the way. So what can we learn from these TV shows and flicks and movies that they can enhance our life so we can live a better life? Now, real quick, last thing I'm going to say, these podcasts and any songs doing art is generally made to just get us to think a little clearer, think a little better, make a little bit better choices, be more aware of possibilities and options, be more aware of how other human beings live in this particular society. I mean, now I feel a lot of people are taking sides and staying in their own group, but they don't want to cross over and learn new ideas or talking to people or, experience anything else but what they know. And because they hold certain beliefs about certain things, they just write them off automatically. But people are not just black and white. There's a whole lot of complexity that goes along with being a human being. Me included, everybody, right? I know that some people perceive me like, oh, I can't stand this dude. I'm pretty sure of it. But I'm a very complex individual like everyone else. We're just trying to make it. We're trying to, eat, pay bills, take care of our people, right? And if we go globally too, not just the United States, but everywhere. I know, down here with the people, just working class people, what our other country live, we all doing the same thing. Trying to pay bills, trying to pay car insurance, trying to get food, clothing, shelter, wash clothes, take care of our people, just make it. I'm pretty sure globally, every country you're in, there's just people just trying to make it. They don't care about all political stuff going on, all this nonsense with the fancy elite status. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, they doing their thing. A lot of people are just trying to pay their bills and, take care of business. And it can be difficult. I live in one of the richest countries in the world, the probably richest country in the world. And there's a lot of people over here struggling, believe it or not. It ain't all gold streets, Lamborghinis everywhere. There's some real people working really hard just, to take care of their people. This isn't America. Outside of it must just be just straight chaos some places, right? We all trying the best we can do to just live better, be better, and have fun. And I feel movies can be that break from the chaotic, stressful life that we all have sometimes. In the pursuit of trying to take care of what we need, take care of our people, it can be demanding. And sometimes you just got to take a break with a flick to just get out of reality for a moment and just take a break and then just rest, recover, and then go back at it and take care of your people, take care of what you got to take care of. So ladies and gentlemen, I am rooting for you guys. I want you to win. I want you to improve your life, do better, be better, take care of people, your family, friends, everybody. We're going to win. We're going to do well. We're going to keep striving to improve our lives. We're going to be better thinkers, physically stronger, financially better, emotionally healthier. We're going to do better. Let's keep getting it. You're a part of this community, the Existing Fiction family. We aim to improve, baby. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me. A few more weeks and 2026 is coming. Now, I'll be real. 25 been a little rough for me, but it doesn't matter. We're going to get back up ahead of the business. And I love you guys. See you next week. And until next time, we'll see you. Chaotic action is preferable to orderly inaction. Kara White. Till next time, it's Captain Peace.
The Captain Talks.